would happen if you sat in a two-legged stool? Well, you would fall flat on your face. There's no such thing as a two-legged stool because a two-legged stool won't act as a stool and hold you up. What happens with money is that money, there's these three parts of money that are the same thing like a three-legged stool. As long as you have three legs, you can sit on the stool. It's stable, it's secure, you can trust it. You're not going to fall flat on your face. So a chair needs at least three legs. We call that three-legged chair a stool. But we know that for the most part, that stool is going to last forever. Every day we can sit on that stool and it's going to hold us up. In the money space, what happens is that many that teach money, they talk about this thing called money mindset. And they teach it as though if you just fix your mindset, you too can become a millionaire. The reason why you're not a millionaire is because of your mindset. And if you just go from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset, all the money will be yours. Just work on the mindset. And I think if it were just that easy, we'd have a lot more millionaires. But the truth is that just mindset of money is not enough to become a net worth millionaire. It's not enough to become financially free because there's these three legs of the money stool. So the first leg is mindset. So yes, mindset matters. And it matters in so many different areas of money that I talk about that in my mindset video. But for here, mindset means your beliefs about money. And your beliefs about money, these are your subconscious beliefs. They're unconscious, subconscious. And they're beliefs that in the subconscious mind of yours, you believe it's true. And where do these subconscious beliefs come from? They come from our childhood. And we are programmed with our money mindset by the time that we're 7. And how does that happen? Well, it happens like all of our other programming when we're kids. But when it comes to money, we had these little kid listening ears, and they're listening all the time. And they're picking up on, what did mom and dad say about money? Did they say money doesn't grow on trees? We can't afford it. Only rich people are greedy. That's just for those other types of people. Whatever you might have heard, but if they got said over and over and over again, then it got planted in your subconscious mind, those same beliefs. So if you've not worked on those beliefs, you're carrying a lot of those, if not all of the same belief structures and money limitations, just those mindset limitations that your parents had and their parents had before them, and so on and so forth. So yes, if we want to start making more money, if we want to learn how to have more money, if we want to become a millionaire, if we ever want to become financially free, it's really important that we work on our mindset. And how you do that, I call it money clearing. But what we do first is we find what are your where's the limitations of your money beliefs? Where's the ceiling? What are you going to bump up against? Because whatever you believe to be true, you can't get any higher than that, meaning you're not going to make more money. You're not going to have more money. Or if you make money, you're going to spend all your money and you're going to wind up with zero again. So there's all these facets of money mindset, but that's what you want to do. We want to find out where are you limited and what are these ceilings of thoughts that put the ceiling on your financial situation, and we clear them. We clear them, we go back in a timeline and we find them and we look at them and we decide that those beliefs do not serve me anymore. And we let them go and we replace them with different mindsets and beliefs. So we move from a scarcity mindset to an abundant mindset. And we're basically reprogramming our mind to believe different things about money to be true. So money mindset, yes, it's important. But if you just fix your mindset, that doesn't mean you're going to become a millionaire. And this is where I get so annoyed because there's more to the equation than just that. So the second piece, or the second leg of the stool, when it comes to money and becoming financially free, the second one is your relationship with money. And your relationship with money is different than your mindset. Yet again, in my space, these two things are talked about like they're the same thing. but they're different. Your relationship, many times, in many cases, yes, is a byproduct of your mindset, but it's still different. Your relationship is more about how you act with your money, your behaviors with your money, what you do with your money, or what you don't do with your money. And that what you do and don't do with your money and how you do or don't do it is the relationship will demonstrate the type of relationship you have. So what I mean by that is, if you ignore your money, if you neglect your money, if you abdicate your money, delegate all your money, if you're always complaining about money, if you disrespect your money, all of those things, if there's never enough and everything to do with money is a complaint, that means your relationship with money is dysfunctional. It's not a healthy relationship. And so you can't become a millionaire. You can never become financially free if you have a shitty relationship with your money. You have to have a great relationship with your money. So how do you know you have a healthy, financially fit type of relationship with your money? Well, you don't neglect it. You spend time with it. You manage it. Maybe you talk to it. You're grateful for it. You spend time with it. You move it. You're generous with it. You count it. You might, I always think of that. There was this movie with Demi Moore, and she was just, she wanted to be a millionaire, and she was just in the bed, basically just rolling around with all the money. So think about that too. Like, that's the type of relationship with you want with your money, is this relationship where you really love your money in a healthy way. You spend time with it, you manage it, you grow it, and you do the things that show your money that you care for it. And you quit complaining about it. You move the complaint for gratitude for all the great things that your money does. So there's so many places where we can improve our relationship with money. But if you don't have a good relationship with your money, that's represented by how much time you spend with it, you're probably never going to be a millionaire. So leg number 1 is mindset. Leg number 2 is relationship. So what do you think the third leg of the stool is? Because the truth is, if you just work on these 2 things and you work on your mindset and work on developing a better relationship with your money, that's still only 2 legs. Still, if you try to sit in the stool, you're going to fall down financially, just like you would fall down if you sat try to sit in the other 2-legged stool. So the third leg of the stool is what I call skill set. So your skill set is your knowledge base. It's what you know about money. It's what you've learned about money, because money has these laws, it has distinctions, it has definitions, it has rules, and all of these things about money matter. So what's different between millionaires and multimillionaires and everyone up from there is, in most cases, they have a different mindset. They definitely have a different relationship. But everybody that I know that is a net worth millionaire, they've studied money, they've learned about it, they've shown up to things like this, they've read the books, they go to the YouTube channels, they take the courses, they invest in the learning to become financially literate, to become financially knowledgeable, to become financially skillful, to actually learn what's required to know about money, to have mastered it. Because money is this life skill, it's a life skill, that when we know how it works, then we can put these money laws to work, and we can start doing things that are in accordance to how money operates, so money can start working with us and for us versus against us. And because money's never taught in school, we're not taught that there's so many things to learn about money. Well, very few people ever do this work to learn the skill set. So that's why I've created this YouTube channel. That's why I'm so glad you're here, because you're actually showing that I want to learn the skill of money. And what I believe to be true is that where so much time is spent on working on these limiting money beliefs and clearing these up and changing your mindset, where so many times, it's about trying to develop a different relationship and care more about your money, spend more time with your money. these, like I said, these things are important, but most people start here because this is the easy work. If I could just work on my mindset, maybe do a little therapy or something, that then it's going to fix all of my money problems. And I just think people want the shiny penny. They want the shortcut, the hack. They want to take the simple pill. And therefore they spend time here, and then they get disillusioned when they're just doing this work and their financial situation isn't changing. I think if we're going to start anywhere, we need to start with a skill set. Because if you learn the skill of money and you just put these money principles to work, like my 4 principles, my 4 money principles, that is another video that you can watch. It's a masterclass that I teach, the 4 principles of money. But if you put these 4 principles to work, your mindset doesn't matter as much. And your relationship doesn't matter as much. Still matter, but then if you start here, your money and your financial situation is going to start changing really quickly. And so do this first. And then as you're improving your relationship, as you're improving and changing your mindset, now the positive changes are going to start happening much quicker. So I say start here and work backwards, which is why you're here, and I'm so grateful that you are. And that's why I have my money school, where I teach the skill of money, how to master money as a life skill, how to become financially literate as a millionaire, to have the reading ability, and when it's according to your money, at the millionaire level. And it's not that difficult, but that's why I've done the YouTube channel. That's why I do my podcast. That's why I have my money school, my money classes and courses and workbooks and worksheets and everything, because I just want to teach this thing called money, because I think we're all entitled to be a millionaire. And it's not that hard. We just need to build these 3 legs of the stool. As always, please subscribe, comment, let me know about your own 3 legs, and if you have any legs missing. I love to read your comments.